Black Supremacy. It's Natia Sisia. Join the website kingnobleuncensored.com. I wanted to go in and deal with how people are always saying that revolutionaries are always miserable or angry, right? And what I've noticed is that a lot of the people that are saying this are either males who are supposed to be part of the conscious community, are they're addressing the conscious community, are people who are affiliated with it somehow, right? And it's usually men who are in some type of leadership position to the as contradictory as that may sound, who are part of the who are also very materialistic, right? And when you think about it, they could be using their platform to address the so-called miserableness or unhappiness that people have. They could be using their platform to address it in a better manner. But what I figure is that because they're stuck on materialism and capitalism, that for one, they're not dealing with the real issues that a lot of people are dealing with, right? So for them, up in the Hollywood Hills are um, pimping and hoeing, or going to work at a 9 to 5, where you can come home and live in luxury. Um, Life is great for them. They're just passing through the conscious community. They're just passing through the revolutionary community. They're just posturing themselves. So they're not dealing with the unhappy truth, or the miserable reality of having to really enlighten and liberate people's minds and consciousness, and dealing with people um, who are in a position where they're either transitioning from the type of life that you're living, happily ever after in the American dream, um, into consciousness where you actually have to deal with the reality of real life, like really trying to figure out how to construct different technologies, dealing with people's mental abilities or inabilities, trying to really strategize on how to liberate people out of the matrix. Because if it was something easy and joyful and blissful and ha ha to do, everybody would be doing it with bliss, with joy. But it's actually real work, and it's hard work, and it's like sometimes you actually have to put all laughs and jokes aside and really crack your brain in order to master dealing with some of the psychologies and you know just the very nature of liberating people. So a lot of these people is really coming from a place of self-righteousness, you know, because they feel like they're better than you, and that you just haven't made the decision to go out and get money like they did. And you know again, they're just passing through the revolutionaries, right? They're like people who are revolutionary, who are really trying to do something. They're just passing through like a superstar, saying, "Look at me. Why y'all ain't flashing and blinging like me? Y'all just miserable." Basically just cooning. They don't see how they're cooning. They think that they're helping you, and but really, they're really trying to help themselves there, because they're mainly saying this to women too. Talking about these angry sisters, these mad sisters, these mad revolutionary sisters. How much revolutionary sisters to be talking about sisters as mad revolutionary sisters? That's what I want to know. Because if you know so many mad revolutionary sisters, you should be able to make them happy. And while you're making them happy, they should be dramatically uh, revolutionizing um, the people who need the help the most, or who they should really be making a radical difference. Really, if you know all these revolutionary sisters, shit, I want to know them. I want to meet them. Right? Because I'm one of those mad revolutionary sisters that I know some of y'all are talking about. But I guess because I'm not buying into your lifestyle, or a lot of people are not buying into your lifestyle of basically just sitting as I guess a dime piece, or just basically not really doing anything in the community. Then of course I could see how people can have that type of view, that those people are just miserable because they're not sitting on my lap. It's ridiculous. And those people, they really just need to um, the reason why they haven't done it is because you can't let go of white supremacy, right? So if you haven't let go of white supremacy, and you see the joys and the benefits of white supremacy, why would you see the joys and the subtle benefits that people who are actually fighting for a revolution are getting from the very nature of being in a revolution? Because, people who are revolutionary are more prepared to deal with the coming world and the changing world. Running and chasing the dollar bill that's about to collapse, and they're changing over from fiat currency to more of a digital currency, to a one world currency that is reported to collapse, and the economy like, real, how prospective is it really looking to follow somebody who's happy in a fallen society that we're destroying? It's a contradiction. Why would a revolutionary want to be part of, be happy in being a part of something that they're trying to overturn, that they want to see collapse? We want to see an end to capitalism. We want to see an end to materialism. So what joy is it that we're going to find there? What joy are you going to find in us? Don't expect to find any joy in somebody who's revolutionary. Don't expect a revolutionary to find any joy in someone who is capitalistic and materialistic. I mean, hey, it might be nice to jump in your sauna one day. It might be nice to jump into your pool and swim around, but at the end of the day, nothing beats um, the creek. Nothing beats the beach. Nothing beats that. The finer things in life are free, and somebody who's capitalistic and who gets is validated by spending money, and feels justified and verified by how many times they can go to the ATM, is not going to see the benefit of being one with the world that we live in, and being able to see how we can construct a more harmonious and natural type of lifestyle where we can thrive longer as a people in nature, right? Not something all cut off with nature, and you know you turn over and the white man sitting right beside you, that you're supposed to be fighting against, and who is definitely fighting against you and supporting a whole bunch of other means and measures to kill you and stop your generation and your race and your type of people, and you're sitting right there beside them drinking a latte. Like, we need to get priorities together, and see that, you know just because somebody's not buying into that lifestyle does not necessarily mean they're happy. There is so much joy and bliss in being out here, for example. um so we got to stop that, because it's like, I don't even, it's so biased, and it's a double standard. um and it's like, if you're not, white supremacy has been acceptable, it's become acceptable in the conscious community, and that's the main problem, is that people have not fully let go of the white supremacy, right? And it's like, we really have to cut ties with that, and just keep spreading uplifting messages, and because that's what makes people happy. If you're concerned with people being miserable who consider themselves revolutionary, what are you doing as a revolutionary to better somebody's life, or to better the circumstances and the conditions that we live in? Because that's supposed to be, well, part of the purpose of being part of this revolution, right? Is to create outside of white supremacy, right? That brings more comfort and joy and bliss, or at least just becoming one, becoming in tune, becoming up to the time, right? But I guess if you're okay with capitalism and materialism, why would you waste your time? Why wouldn't you just run around in some pajamas as a grown ass individual, um, with a bunch of celebrities who could give a fuck about the conscious community? Why would you see the joy and the bliss, right? So I also hear women talking about this. Oh, you miserable, you angry black. I mean, if you chasing that dollar bill too, I understand. Get you a perm, get you a weave, right? And why would you be worried about how to manipulate the more you know rougher things in life, the more delicate things, the things that need more attention, when you just want it simple, you want it plain and laid out for you. um but this stuff really affects mainly the people who are transitioning, um, again, from just a regular life of white supremacy into the conscious community. And you're probably going to hear it from a lot of people who are also transitioning, because they haven't fully made the decision to commit themselves and devote themselves to the people and to the revolution, and to dealing with the issues that we face as everyday. I mean, there's nothing enjoyable about hearing that your people are targeted on a mass scale. There's nothing enjoyable about hearing that, right? So I mean, it's easy to feel deprived when you're part of the so-called conscious community are moving into a more revolutionary mindset. It's easy to feel deprived and for people to make you feel deprived if you're not solid on why you're doing this. So I would say anybody that does feel affected, that you have to be solid. You have to be solid on why are, at least see the revolution happening. You got to be solid, right? Because you can't keep going back and forth, white supremacy, black supremacy, white supremacy, revolution. It's like at some point it becomes clear to you the times that we're living in. And Joe and Jessica, or whatever the hell you want to call some Becky, they ain't gonna make you feel comfortable. Um, when you're talking about somebody that just died, they just go, oh well, I've seen it happen before. I heard people go to work, and the white people are just like all just blank stares, like, are you happy then when that shit is happening, when your people are being killed, and white people have nothing, no condolences to really offer you, and no solutions for the situation that black people face, right? So stop living a double standard, stop living that double life that a lot of you are living, and stop being so self righteous. For some of you who claim that you want to uplift the black conscious community or the black community, period, you can't have no self righteous revolutionaries. It just doesn't go together, Got to stop condemning each other based on in the fact that you are dealing with the devil, and uplifting your people, trying to uplift your people. Why would you want to condemn somebody who is out fighting for you? When you're buying, renting out these elaborate, expensive hotels, or houses in, um, you know, by the beach. That's not doing anything for us. That's not doing anything for the people, right? You can't bring the people there. You ain't got no community there. Um, and so it's just condemnation based on your self righteousness, based on not being able to let go of white supremacy, based on your capitalism and materialism, and you're ultimately your black hate, your self hate, and you know just not dealing with the real issue. So start coming off of that, because um, everybody at the end of the day controls their own happiness. If that's what makes you happy, then enjoy it until we destroy it. Because that's what revolution is about to do. So enjoy it till we destroy it. And for keep building. We gonna keep building, and just keep staying in tune with the revolution, right? And stop listening to these people who are hell bent on telling you how you feel, because I mean, for most black people, I don't know if where y'all come from, but most of the black people that I know, they're not walking around every day skinning their teeth, on some fake smile shit. And I see that that's what a lot of people that are saying this type of trying to spread this type of message, and that they are pretentious. They want to see that, because they want to see that you validate their lifestyle, that you validate that they have not let go of white supremacy. So I can see why they will come at you and say that, oh, you just miserable, all these conscious people is miserable. It's interesting that you identified us as conscious, though, or as revolution. Why don't you say, oh, all you revolutionary people are uh, revolutionary, or all you miserable people are revolutionary? Why don't they say all you unhappy people or miserable people are revolutionary or conscious? Why they don't say that? Because they're really going at your consciousness and your revolutionary spirit, right? That they want to take down, right? So stop listening to those people. Start listening to uplifting individuals, more of a more revolutionary spirit, who are offering you a better guidance, and not trying to tear down your innermost being, like King Noble. Join the website, kingnobleuncensored.com. You can see that we're all about uplifting, empowerment, black liberation, and black freedom, having the opportunity to express yourself, um, and to basically just unite on a whole different platform, where there's nobody standing over you, trying to tell you how you should be, what you should do. Are you about this revolution or not? Right. So that's what we're about. Um, and go ahead and subscribe to King Noble. Um, and join the website again, kingnobleuncensored.com. If you're a member of any of the old websites, this is the new one. If you ever hear me saying kingnobleBlackRulership.com, I really mean kingnobleuncensored.com. So peace, black supremacy.